Aha. So, hello to you from wherever you are. Uh, I know if you have encountered maps before, you may have been wondering how were they created. There are many ways of creating these maps. However, for many of these maps, for instance, the one which I have here, I have drawn it using a software known as QGIS. So, we have many other softwares. We have also ArcGIS and so forth. So for today, I'll just show you how we do it using the QGIS. I'll just take you through a few steps. For instance, I'll just show you the software QGIS, how to install it, and a few tips, introductory bits, maybe how to interact with the interface, and then I'll also focus on how to add important plugins. Of course, I'll tell you what are the plugins needed. Very important also, I'll focus on the templates. There are very important templates which you need. As a QGIS expert or a GIS specialist, you need to have your own templates always, because there are some templates which may not change, like the road data. We have maybe like forests, yeah, even the administrative boundaries. However, I'll caution you that you will always need updated templates, because at times, like administrative boundaries may change from time to time. After a number of years, sometimes the counties may be reviewed, yeah, and so forth. Even at times, some of the features, like the forests, maybe rivers, either diversion or some are lost due to many other reasons, natural or man-made, including climate change for natural reason, and diversion by like man-made reason. Like for instance, some rivers have been diverted during creation of dams and so forth. So you always need to have updated templates. And then you also need the base map. I prefer Google Maps, because Google Maps is always up to date. I will always prefer Google Maps, and I'll show you how to do it. Of course, if you have not installed the plugins, you may not be able to access this base map, and I'll show you how to do it and why and where. And then maybe something which I skipped, I will also show you how to prepare this data. Okay, it's very important to be able to understand different types of data, where data can be captured in form of, it could be in form of points, okay, it could be in form of polygons, and even in these polygons and these point forms, they can still be stored in different formats. Like for instance, a polygon can be stored as shape file, or it can still even be stored as a comma delimited file, or the CSV file, which is obtained from Excel, and I'll show you how to convert it. Okay, so for what we are going to do, I'll use my own data, just only for practice, not anything serious. Let us go straight to, first of all, you need the software. So, and you just type QGIS and you search. Now this is what you get, something like this when you search on your Google search. And now look at what we have here. Spatial without compromise. This is the right software. Don't go to like don't go to secondary websites or cracked website or so forth. You don't need a crack. QGIS is free. Just click on download, wait for a minute if you're depending on the internet speed, and just install. Not a very big file, around 2.7 G, 2.7 GB. Yeah. So it is also good to mention that my computer is Windows 10, and I'm using 8 GB of RAM, and I know it even works even up to 4 Gs. But of course, if you're the faster computer, the faster in rendering the maps. So we have downloaded the file. After downloading, since I have done it already myself, let us go to the software itself. Okay, so I have opened it, and once you open it, you have something, just a blank screen like this. Now what I have done it also, I have my templates. I just copied from my folder, which I will show you, and dropped them here. Now let me bring my screen here. So let us look up here. Let us not be confused. Let us all come here on top here. It is always good to interact on this pen here, up here, this pen. So you see there is a mixture of a graphical user interface, command, and whatever. So you can see here we have this one here in image form, and then we have here in wording form. So I really try to play around with them always, so that I keep to learn easier way of doing some of the things. Otherwise, if you focus on one technique only, you may not be able to learn. Okay, so like for instance, if I click here, I'll also there is also I can open my project from here. I can save, I can even export. There's so much which I can do. There's so much which I can do from here. Then edit. Of course, we have not selected anything so far. We have not loaded any file. View. So to be fair enough, this will not be very helpful if we start interacting on this area before we load our file. But something which can be useful is here. You can see here plugins. We can just come here and say manage and install plugins. Click on it, left click on it, give it time. Let's give it time. Yeah, here we are. So for instance, right now when I click on it, immediately I always get something like this. Like now here what I have, there is a new version available, meaning that my plugin requires an upgrade. Let me ignore it for now. It will not affect what we are doing. And maybe a caution also, at times you may upgrade only to realize that the upgrade is troublesome even. It's better even the one which you had. So anything which I need, if I can just type here what I need, anything which I need, settings. You see everything which I need will be here. Those which I have installed, those which I have not installed. So once you click on it, like for instance something which looks new here, maybe like this one, so it is known as preview mode plugin, and here's the description: R's toolbar for setting the map preview mode, blah blah blah. If I feel I need it, I'll just come here and click install, but I don't need it. So those which are installed, which I needed them, are on this pen here. Let me wait for them to load. They are still loading it. They are still loading. There's no problem. Some of the important ones are like HCG, HCGMIS. This one you'll need it so much because this one also has the base maps. It has also, like for instance, batch converter to convert CSV to point shape files. It has so much, so you can't fail to install this one. If you fail, you may not be able to succeed. And of course this one will also have the Google Maps and so forth. So let me close this one, I don't need them. Now let's, if you look at the HCG, select this one now here, you can see all which it has the base maps here, Google, S3, all of this, patch converter, calculate, field, and so forth. And then this is one of the processing toolbar. This one is something which you need also. It is found also in the plugin. So in the plugins, you search for processing toolbar so that you can install them. And then once you have done that, let us go now to, and my templates, I save them in a file in my computer. They are in my computer. I can close this one, I don't need this one anymore. So in my computer I have templates. I have my templates. They should be, yeah, I put them here, training. So here I have these templates here, and these ones I just downloaded them from online. Yeah, we have even the templates for land use, buildings, natural, it's just so much, traffic, even water bodies. Yeah, so once you have done that, you just now go and look for the shape files, SHP, all the SHP, because it will give you all the types of files, but your focus is on SHP, or the shape files. Those one you just drag and drop, you just drag and drop here on the, just drop here. Once you drop them, they'll load, then you'll have something like this. So let me show you, maybe by dragging an example of where is my data. So my data, for instance, is in here. Let me test this one, test area polygon. It is an, I have converted to shape file, the CSV, comma delimited file. Let me open first so that at least you can be able to see what I mean. So as it opens, we can also look at some of this is KML file, good for Google Maps. Of course, Google Map has its own processor also, known as My Maps. You can also edit maps there and so forth. There is also another one known as Google Earth. Google Earth I will also show you in another video. But this is how my, let me close this one. This is how it looks like. This is how my data will look like. So for instance, this one I may not need this one for today, so I can just delete this one, and then I can show you why and which ones I need. Let me just delete. Let me close this one. So if I hit delete, I can also delete this one. I don't need this one. Now this one, now see I have member number, I have the GPS coordinates. I don't need these ones, but I can just stay. What we need now here is this one, the WKT, world known text file. It stays here in our CSV file. And then of course this one, shape area, we'll need this one because this is the area of the plots. And then we also have this is in hectares and some is in acres and so forth. So we leave the way they are. Use the polygon now. The polygon is in the WKT file. So this is very important. This one will also have the data for points. This is in point form, maybe midpoints and so forth. So our main interest is here. So what we are going to do, we just save it. If you remember the name, this is the test area polygon 31. So let us go again. Let us go to our file, look for test area 31, drag. See, now this is a shortcut way of doing the same thing, and drop it here. Now when you drop it, that's what you get. You see, now it's already giving you 770 polygon. That's now, it has already counted how many polygons is in that file. So just click add layers. Give it time and see what happens. Of course, you don't worry. You may be wondering why am I not seeing this. Let me even delete this Google Maps so that I'll show you how we do it. Now you may be wondering why am I not seeing anything. Let me put a point reference. Point referencing, we use QGIS 84. Okay, I can even double click on it. Okay, now everything is okay, but still I'm not seeing anything. Why? So for you to see, you right click and then go to zoom to layer. Now very good. You can see now our polygons are here, and these polygons, the next thing to do now is before you even go to any editing anything, we need to add the base map. And where do you get the base map? We have different ways of getting the base map. But to make your work easier, let me just take you straight to HCMGs and go to base maps here, and then drag to the right. I prefer, of course, we have Google Satellite and so even Bing. I don't like those ones. I prefer Google Maps. So just click on Google Maps. Now Google Map is here, but you see now our polygons are hidden. So what do? We drag the Google Maps below. Beautiful, very beautiful. Very good. So we give it time to load. It's still loading. So I am going to use this one as an example of now how we are going to edit more details on this. Okay. Yeah, now the polygons are slowly coming into place. So what we do next, we go to our templates. Like just the way I've dragged and dropped my polygons here, I'll also drag those CSP for the templates and drop, and let me enable. So this administrative boundary is here. You can see if I enable or disable. And then we also have the road network. I've already designed it already. This one, if you can see if I enable or disable, you can see. So although my Google Maps are already giving me some Google Maps, I like Google Maps because it's most up to date, but I also prefer getting the road network template done by, like for instance, by our country, so it's more accurate. This is no panya routes or shortcuts. These are the original roads designed by this country. And then we also go to the water body. So these templates, if I forgot, they are available online. You just go to diva.gis where is our so we just type here diva GIS and see what happens. So just click diva GIS and then give it time to load. And then once it has loaded, I don't know why it's behaving this way, but what I need is to go to downloads. Close this one. So what I need is downloads. So there is climate data. There's many things which you want to download. Let me see this one. Go back home. No, I don't need a program. It should be somewhere here. Let me see. Diva GIS.org. Yeah, nice. Why was I forgetting this? This is very nice now. What I needed is this, so that I can select data by country, so I can select for Kenya, just a letter K, and then subject. What do I want? Do I want elevation? I have elevation. Do I want data on roads? Just go for roads. Water, administrative areas. Everything you need is there. Yeah. So those will form now your templates. Because then of course population data is everything. You can't go even as a specialist, whether you are a student or a researcher. You can't go and start manually profiling all the rivers. It's already there. Yeah. So once you have selected what you need, maybe I wanted railroads or roads. You can see already this here. You just click download. You just go to downloads, and what do we have here? We have roads. It's in this zipped file. The zipped file, you open the zipped file, and what do I do with the zipped file? I unzip. Zip. Oh, the unzipping is coming here. My WinRAR is expired or something. Anyway, I can come back to this again. But if once you have I can see this here. Nice. Yeah. So once you have unzipped, you'll have something now like this. Roads.dpf. You don't need this one. You don't need this one. You don't need sh. What you need is this one. .shp. Roads.shp. And just for curiosity, just let us drag and drop it in our map so that you can be able to see. You drop it. You can see it has come here. Let me disable that one. Then you see now what we have. So this one only gave us the major roads. Major roads. So that is not good. So we'll stick with what we have, but at least I have shown you how to get the roads. So let us stick with what we have now. So you have learned where to get the templates. You have and of course in this link also I'll share with you some of my templates so that you can be using if you want. And then we also have waterways. It is found in that templates. If I enable it, you can see you can see this one, the blue. Those are rivers. Then we also need the water body. Water body should now like lakes and so forth. So river, so water, waterways and water body. And then we need also like you also need the land use. So you also enable, I've already loaded them. You can see this one now, forest. The forest section is in green. Industries like factories. These are like tea factories. Then residential areas. We have also residential areas and so forth. So now our map is almost complete. Our map is now almost complete. So it has come from nothing. We had nothing. We have come from, that is what we came from, until we zoom to layer. So then we come to this. Next we added the Google Maps. Next we did the land use. Okay, we started the administrative boundary. See Kiambu County, Murang'a County, and so forth. And then we loaded the roads. We have the roads, the road network. Then we have a water body, like we have lake here. I don't know, this one should be dam. It looks like Nakaini. Then we have rivers. Then so now everything is there. But what do we do next after this? And maybe just to remind something, if I forgot, when I use the scroll wheel for the mouse, if I push it forward, it zooms in. If I push it backwards, it zooms. This zoom in, zoom out. Yeah, so that you don't wonder what's happening. So I pull it back. Yeah. So let us do now the print layout. So first of all, you need to zoom in until you feel that everything which you need to be captured is in the map. Sometimes and that's why we have always use the north arrow, the top right corner of your map, because this is what I want to capture, all these polygons in one map. But if it's horizontal the way it is, I'll capture an area all this big area which is unnecessary for us. What we need is only this area. So what do? I go to rotate, which is here. I go down here and click rotate. So I can rotate this way, not good. The other way around, you can see. Now at least I'm almost here. Good. So that now so I'm now having a representation of the whole thing. Let me confirm. This is good. So I'm doing this to confirm that so this area, all of this will be captured in our map. I can reduce it just a bit, too much. Yeah, just for training purpose, that's what we'll need. Now let me return our tools back. So this is now this is part 2 now. We are in part 2, generating the print layout. Very important section. So we go to project, I go down to print layout. Where do we have now? Here, generate a new print layout. Left click on it. Let us give it a name. You give it what you want. Maybe the name will be the area of the map. It could be, I think mostly it should be the area of the map. although you don't worry because it is just a file, how the name of the file will be saved. That will not be the title. So I can give it our test area map. Yeah, don't worry. So test area map, sometimes map 1, because you make mistake, you do another one, you call it 2, another one, you call it 3. That's how we do it. So we say okay. Now it will take us to another screen here. Now we want to may need to get rid of this video. Okay, maybe I can leave it. No, I can put it here. So what I need is that I can take this one and give it a 50, 56%. Not good. Let me give it 63. Not good. So I'm changing here, this one here. So I wanted to give it maybe 57. Let us and click enter. That's fair enough. Of course I can still just click here and enlarge. I can still enlarge it directly. 50, let us give 59. Fair enough. So next, so I know by now you're wondering how we're going to print the map here, and that is very simple. So what we do, we just click here bottom, just look on the left pane here, and of course I will prefer you interact, especially on this left section here. This left section has almost everything you need to finish your map layout. On top here focuses most on formats. You want to save your file or export as PDF. Okay, you want to save your map as a image. Here, that's what you have. SHP, SVG. Here, you want to print directly to your. If you have a printer, maybe large format printer, you click here. You want to add pages, can do it here. Maybe so that you have maybe a number of print layouts. You want to save as a template so that next time you don't go through all the process which you are going to see. It's a lengthy process. Just save it. Of course, there are many reasons you want to save a template, but an important reason is whereby you have done your work and then halfway you are interrupted by someone, maybe network issues and so forth. So you decide to save. I'm saying network because you need internet when you're using QGIS. You always need internet to be on. Otherwise, it will not be able to load the base maps and so forth, even like the Google Maps. Then here you can access. You can add items from templates, layout manager. You can duplicate the layouts. You can save the project again, so you can save from here or you save from you can edit, view items, even you have atlas here, settings, many things here, but our main focus here. So like now I want to use the hand tool, this hand tool, so that you can move the map from side to side. If you disable the map tool and use select tool, you can be able to select features on the map. So what we need here, if you go down, you will see these are where you can edit notes on the map. So what we need is this one for now. Just click. Once I left click on it, and print this sign, and then I left click and hold the left click and drag. So the top part up there, you don't want to go up to the top completely because I need to leave space for the title. At the bottom I need to leave space for the key, and on the right I need to leave space for the note arrow. So let me, if I leave now you'll see now the map is rendering. So give it time. Yeah, and you see perfect map. Every feature is there. You can see now the pink one, very pink. That is the what did we call it? The pink one is the factories and so forth. Aha. So if I go here again, uh, first of all let me start by designing the edges. So I can select on it. Let me remove this video. Maybe gonna up here. I don't need it here. Yeah, okay, thank you. So we now focus here. You select an item, load it, then all the settings for that item comes here. Okay, so for instance, right now we'll be working on the map, the general, the main properties. So, and I'll come up to the temporal range. No, I don't need the temporal range now. What I need is the grids. I need to develop the grid lines. And to develop, I click on the grids, click on the plus button, then select that grid which I have added, and then modify. And then when I modify, I love now from this solid, I can leave it solid there. Then use map CRS. Okay, map units very important. If you don't select the map units, you'll not get them. You'll not get the grids. So I prefer you use the centimeters. You may use millimeters if you are doing a very small area, but let us use centimeters because our map is very big. And then on there, I now will focus. See what happens here. Let us put here. Maybe you can use 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters, and see what happens. See, already we have the grid lines. Okay, so I know you're wondering why centimeters. My map is big. If I print this one on a tray using the large format printer, it will be very big. So 5 centimeters, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 5, 25 centimeters across. 25 centimeters. Okay, not that big. Yeah. Anyway, so let us proceed. We have done our grids. Then we do the frame. Now we want the frame so that our map is framed. It is not just, yeah. So we do use zebra, like the one you have seen. And then we have selected zebra. You don't want it to be very big to overshadow the map. Don't select this one because it should be all, not just on the left side or right side only. So, but what I want is to up this, the grid lines. The size of the grid line is too big. I think 1 millimeter is okay. Let me put 1 millimeter. You can see it's presentable enough. Then let us proceed to what else do we need? Top side. Now, yeah, coordinates. Let us draw the coordinates. You can see immediately I clicked, we have the coordinates. But the type of coordinates we want, I want on the left side and right side to be vertical ascending. Yeah, let us put vertical ascending. You will see why. So left side vertical ascending. It is where? Oh, of course I may use vertical ascending left. Horizontal we convert to vertical ascending. You can see. And the right side also I want it from horizontal to vertical ascending. And then I may decide to have it so that you can see this no things and these things, so I can add suffix. You can see north, easting. Yeah, to me that's fair enough. So let us proceed now to where again. If I want to reduce the font, I can just click on the font and go up here. I can reduce. You can see I can reduce. So I given it font 8, which is still okay, no problem. coordinate position. If you wanted the coordinates to go either far or closer. Oh, that is precision. Oh, so the precision, to add more decimal places. I can see the precision for decimal places. That is not important for us, but here it is the distance. You can see you can put it far away or closer to the map. Okay, and then now you see you can say follow grid rotation coordinate system. Follow the grid rotation. That is, you can leave it the way it is, no problem. So we are done with this. Now let's go back again. We have go back to the grids and go down. I think we are done with this position and size. So let us go back to the left side again. We need to add a label. I can give it a title for the map. I just left click and can come here. So we can call it a name. It comes here, but you type here, down here. So just type like our test map. Maybe you can call it schools in, just call it like even schools in Meru. No, let's call it a Mira or Mira. Let's say Mira farms. Mira farms in Meru. Something like that. Anything you want. It depends on what you are working on. So the title is there, but I maybe want to keep the font to be bigger. Let us fair enough. Then horizontal margin depends on you, but what I prefer most is here center and in the middle. You can see center in the middle. And then let us position and size. Position and size, you don't need this one. You can see that what is not necessary. What is important is the frame. So we give it a frame. Let us see. Frame thickness. You can increase the frame thickness as much as you want. Yeah. So that is what you can see the way it is now, and I can still move it to ensure it is well centered. That is now the map is coming nicely. We need the node arrow, and of course you remember why. You remember this is not now the actual node. You'll assume in every map the node should be up here, but this one it may not be exactly because we twisted a bit. So we come here, click on the node arrow, and we draw it here. You can see now. You can see it is pointing. That is, it is pointing. Our arrow is not up here. Our node is not up here, but here. You can also even describe where is the true node and so forth. But this one we need to edit this one so that we have the proper arrow. You can just come up here to symbols, click on the arrow. I normally prefer a simple arrow like this one. Once we have given it an arrow like that one, we do something like we can have the one with true node or and a node and true node. But this one, I think this one is sufficient. So let us go and edit. We edit from here. Name expression. What I need is here. Correct. Just so long as you have done the fill color. This one, avoid the black one. No, the white one here. The fill color. If you immediately turn it to any other color apart from white, you will be able to see our node here. So put it here. Already you have the node here. And to me, it is fair enough. If I wanted to grow bigger, I can just drag it this way. Yeah. I can, because you don't want to be to shadow the map. Remember, this is A3 page, an A3, a very big page. So remember, if it is A3, you can imagine how big this arrow is. So you don't want to be very big. That is okay for me. We go back to the left again. So we are done with the title. We have done the note arrow. The scale, we have not done the scale. You click on the scale. With the scale, you just put it here. It's okay. Give it time. Yeah, 1 represents 2 kilometers. To me, we don't need to edit anything there. You can play around with it if you want. You can just click here and come here, the right side, and play around with it. Yeah, you can add frame. You can change the background. You can do other things so that your map is presentable. Position and size, display. You can see above the segments or below the segment. If you want wordings, I prefer above. So depends. This one depends on you. Depends well on you. So I don't want to work on this. Is just for introduction. You can leave it the way it is. So we have one centimeter representing 2 kilometers for our case here. Now let us go here and bring this one. We bring this one. We call it a legend. Others call it key or so forth and so forth. So, and you can see what I am having here. Everything is coming down below here. Even if I try to expand it, it will not do anything. So what do? We again go, you select it and go, it will come here. Once you select it, it's on settings, come here, the right, the bottom right. So title, you click on the title, just give it a name. You can call it legend, and you can see, well, we have a legend already here because I typed it here. So this one, you don't need this one. So you come wrap text on, ignore that one. Symbols left, ignore that one, you don't need. Resize to fit contents, leave the way it is. What I want you to do is here, auto update. So first of all, we disable this auto update because already you have been given the names. So you disable so that you can be able now to edit. You double click on it. So instead of, we knew this one is administrative boundary because this was a template, and because it was a template, we needed to give the right name from the template. So we call it administrative boundaries. Type on it and then click here, takes you back. Then come again, road networks. You see now it is giving G or blah blah blah. This name came with a template, so we give it a proper name, road network. And then and so forth. Now we do the same for even the waterways. Waterways. Oh, water body. Was it water body? Yeah, water body. And then waterways. Waterways we can just call river. River or rivers. And then scroll down a bit. Now this one there's some things which you don't need. The land use we don't need this because this was clustering these ones. This is the title for the land use farm, forest. So we don't need the title appearing, so we keep it hidden. So you see here, but you'll not see it in this legend. And then farmland, blah 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 is okay. Let me see, do we have farmland? I don't see farmland. So what we don't see, we remove. you remove. So you click here and then click here, it is out. Forest, yeah, I can see forest is there. Industries, yeah, I have seen a factory somewhere. Residential, I have seen residential areas is there. So the idea is to remove something which you don't need. The blue ones, this was the test polygons. This is the now our polygons, which we call it, which are the mirror plots. Yeah? It's imaginary, not necessarily mirror, but for your case it will be now the real data. So for our case we just call it imaginary mirror farms. Now you can see what we are doing. Yeah, this one is Google Maps, so I can say add Google base map. So this is base map, base map was from Google. Good technology. So everything now is labeled properly. You can see everything has been labeled properly. But our pain is that these things are not the way I prefer it to be. They have been clustered here. So I need to redistribute them. So, and by doing so I need to change the columns. So let me give how many columns? 2 columns, yeah. Even three is good. Let us give three columns and see what happens. So 3 columns, it is still not respecting our space, you can see. So I need to do the font formatting. Reduce the font. Let us keep the title to be 10. Font 10 is too small. 12 is okay. Then subheading, group subheading, give it, I think now everything I just give it 9. font 9. You can see when I change here, it's also changing here. So I need to, everything which is 12, I give it 9. This one still looks big. Let us, this one also 9. Yeah, you can see everything is changing. And once I have achieved something like this, I can let us increase the columns, see what happens. Good, very good. But still there are some tricks which I can also do. I can do equal widths, or I can split the layers. I can also do another trick which is in spacing. Just come here to spacing and I reduce spacing to 1 for all of them. 1 I need, okay, 150. Then for the rest I give it 1. 1, even this one is 3, I give it 1. Don't want to be too squeezed. 1. So legend is good in its own space, but I need to give it. We can give our legend some. I can give our legend. Let us give it some boundary. So boundary, just come here. So you select first whatever you're doing, like the legend. This one we call it the legend. It is here. You select on it. If I want to work on the node arrow, I click on it. Settings for node arrow. The polygons, yeah. So let us go to legend and drag it down below until I get to spacing, and I just need the frame here, and then the frame I can give it the sizing. Yeah, the thickness I can give it. Let's give it 1. No, 1 too big. 1 is too big. Let's keep 0.5. Fair enough. Very good. So let us type it below here. Now what do we need again? So this now, our map looks okay. Our map looks very good. We have the legend, we have the note arrow, the title, everything here is corresponding the way we need it. So we just now do we export. Now how do we export? We go to the left again, select, we can do it from here. Like I told you, we have many options. Up here we have export as as a PDF, we have as a image, and we can even print it. But if we go further here on the layout, just on the layout here, just the layout, and then we just go export as PDF also, or as image. So we export the PDF from here, and then we export the image from that side, so that you can just see it's the same thing. So we export, click PDF, and then of course it will give you some information here, some WMS servers, blah blah blah, have a limit of width, height, parameters. Don't worry about this one, just click close. When you close, another window comes. Let us read what is here. So we type on this one. Oh yeah, it is already there. Our test area map 1. So like I told you, this was we give this name of this becomes the name for saving the file. It does not become the title, but because you can see our title here is the one here, Mira Farms. But this one is just you can change this one any time of the day or in the future. So you click next, you click save. When you click save, it will ask you whether you want it to export as vectors. Always export as vectors, ignore that one. So I prefer you can save it the way it is by default. Alternatively, if you want the special type of PDF, which you come here, where export as RDF metadata, and looks like we are on JPEG. I thought we were in PDF. Let us go back again. I thought we were, so it is now PDF. So this is what I wanted to say. So export as RDF. No, there should be create your spatial PDF. So for you to export your spatial PDF, you need to enable the vectors. You need to export as part. Okay, now I understand. We rotated the map, so that's why it is disabling. We rotated the map. Anyway, don't worry. Let us save normally, just as a normal PDF. Let's see what happens. So we give it time. It's exporting. And now you can see our exported file is here. If I click on it, it will come here, test area map. I double click, and very good. So that's now what we have created. We have created together a very good map. If I use the hand tool, yeah, you can see I can even zoom around. I can zoom and be able to study a few things here and there. Can study a number of things from this map. So that's just an introductory bit. Let me close this one. Yeah, I can close all tabs. Let us go back again and export as a image. So I say we can use this point here, or we can export from this point here. So let us export as image and see what happens. That bit use the same name, there's no problem because the other one is PDF, this one is JPEG. So there's no contradiction. So you can increase the resolution. For me, depth by index 300 is okay. Page width. So to me, this by default is okay. So I can just click save. Give it time. Give it time. Give it time. Okay, it's done. So just I can click on it, and then here we are. Give it time. Let us give it time. Here we are. Here we are. So I don't understand at times the Windows, the image processor for Windows sometimes is a bit slow. So if I drag my mouse wheel forward and backwards, I can go around, and you can enjoy our map. You can see what's happening here. You can see. So what happened with Google Maps is that it gave me the advantage of these the namings. The names already, people have been editing names for Google Maps, so I don't have to name anything. They are already there. Yeah, as long as I've used the Google Maps as my base map, everything is there. Even the natural features are already named. In fact, you see in factories here, they are named. Even you see now in Unity factory, anything. And even the rivers, some rivers are named already. I can even look some schools. Yeah. But of course, if I disable this forest, the forest already, they were there even in Google already. The forest and all these features, rivers, they were there. But I cannot edit the ones for Google Maps. You cannot edit. They are there. So I prefer to use my templates because I can edit to make the river even change the color, make it thicker, make the road even more, yeah, so that I can use a color which is properly matched to my legend. So you can see it's good. The legend, you can see now the dotted one is administrative boundaries, counties, the big administrative boundary. You can see the red one, road networks. The road networks, not complete. That the deep red here. Of course, I know I could have used a different color. That's it for now. But before I leave, I can show you something else. Let me minimize this one. I said the colors may be conflicting. Like for instance, the residential area. So I can still edit. I just come here and change. I can change this one. If I right click, you can see. So which color would you want us to? Maybe you can switch it to black. I don't know. What does a residential color? What will represent a residential area? I don't know. White. Yeah, I can use it green, deep green. That will conflict the forest. So it is good to use a color which will not conflict on the other features because that will confuse the legend. So I think this is okay. You can see now all the residential areas have changed. But what about the rivers? What about the polygons? I'll show you something else. We right click on the polygon and then come here and say edit. Where? Enable editing, toggle editing. Do we have the toggle editing option? Move table. And if that one becomes an issue, like here I can do toggle editing, but here I cannot. Can I can't. So what we do, you convert this file from SHP, we export it and save as. You can save as a shapefile, S3 shapefile. By default, I can see it is here. So this is the KML file, which is good for Google Maps, and but for our case, it's not good. You cannot edit from here. Maybe CSV and so forth, but comma delimited file and S3 shapefile, good. You can edit. Then I can call it a new name. I can call it our test file, our test map file. Yeah. So and already you can see the ending is .shp. So then WGS84, good. You don't touch anything else. Let's go, instead of automatic, let us define it to be polygon. That is has to be specific. And precise, no, you can leave this one the way it is. And then just go down and say okay. If you want to go, if you want it to come appear directly on your map here, you say add saved file to map. If you don't want it, you disable it. Okay, so if I disable it and click OK, we'll follow until we find our test map file.shp, which let me keep the path first. It is going to train. Let me maintain the file path. So let us not save it. I want us to drag so that you can see. So say OK. Now if I click here where it has saved our file, you can see it is, and I look for SHP. I told you we have many other type of files, but those ones we don't want. What we want is our SHP. So it came as two files, SHX and SHP. So your target is SHP. You click and drop there. Now let me minimize this one. So you see now it has come automatically. You see, if I disable, you will see the form one, these colors. But if I enable, it is coming on top of it. If I drag and put below the other one, you see what's happening. But what I want us to do is that I want us to see this one. We cannot be able to toggle editing. You cannot be able to toggle editing. But the one which you have converted to SHP, you can now be able to toggle editing. So I remove this one. I don't need this one. It's a duplicate of that one. It's no different. So I remove. Yes, the sum as delete. It is gone. So, but we have retained this one. I can be able to toggle editing. When you toggle editing, it means that I can delete. Let me use the so instead of hand tool again. That's why I say it's good to interact on this pen here. So hand tool, you drop the hand tool, you click here on select, so that you can be able now to select on items. I can click on this one, I can click on this one, okay, and there's an overlap here which I don't want. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with this one. I'll use the hand tool to bring it closer, and then see, inspect now what is happening here. If I am sure of what I am doing, I can cut off so that they are not overlapping. So the idea is that once you have toggled editing, I can even delete. But if you cannot delete when you are using the hand tool, you have to use select. So I can delete this one. I can delete. I can even press and hold control, and then select on items which I want to be delete. But remember, you can only delete what you have selected from this side. I cannot even select the other features from Google or from the other layers. So we only focus on this layer. So if I click on this one now, Another interesting thing, you can see the rivers are and features are coming on top of this one. The polygons are below this one, the rivers and so forth. And that's not what I want. So for me to, I have to drag this one to the top here, so that if I want the rivers and other features to be under. But you see, I still don't want them to be hidden. So what do? I can go to styles, and then go to edit symbol. This is now what we call symbology. We go now to symbology. And in the symbol, I can even convert these polygons into lines. Instead of this one, I can even select this and use it. You can see now there are lines. And the good thing by using files, I can see what is happening, what is overlapping on top of the other one. So this is an error during digitization, and because it's an error, I'll need the actual data to be able to know which farm which farmer or farm encroached on the other one, because I don't know whether it is this one or this one. But if I know, then I can come and edit the vertices. I can use this one, vertex control tool, or use this one. Okay, let us see. New virtual layer. No, there's a scratch layer. I don't know new. So I'll use this one, and then you can see the magic. Let us see the magic happening. So I can take this one and drag it here, and bring it this one back here. I take this one, drop it there, and this one, let us put it first there, because I am not sure. See the magic now, what happened? Very simple. But you see now you cannot do that. It has to be database, because you need to be sure which one is overlapping on the other one, and by so I'm just giving you the basic, but when you come now to the details, I will show you how to do it by calculating using the I'll show you how you use calculations. So maybe I can leave it there. The next video I'll give you more details. So thank you.